The body itself is energy. And so if you magnify your hand 1,000,000 times or more, eventually you're face to face with an atom, and you realize if you look in the atom, there's really nothing in there, just empty space, right? And some infinitesimally tiny energies that are zipping around at the speed of light. And that's what we are. When you're experiencing emotions, you see, what we believe is that every emotion has its own specific frequency. And if you're feeling an emotion of anger, for example, that's a different frequency or a different vibration than an emotion of sadness, and that's different from frustration. They're all different. But if you're feeling an emotion that's powerful enough, your whole being can take on this vibration. And in those circumstances, what can happen is the energy of that emotion can become just too much for the body to take. And so some of that energy remains behind. There's a process that we go through when we experience emotions. The emotion is generated by the organs and some of the glands. And so in other words, what's generated is the emotional frequency that we perceive as the emotion. The emotion is generated, we feel the emotion, we acknowledge it, and then we allow it to dissipate and move on. And that's the process that we are supposed to go through. If that process is interrupted somewhere, if we either bury that emotion and we don't allow it to surface, or if that emotion is just so big that we can't really deal with it, then the energy of that emotion remains in the body. And so then what happens is it may manifest many, many years down the road as all kinds of different problems. The operative word that we use is discomfort. If you have some kind of discomfort, that's probably emotionally based. Now, discomfort can be physical or mental or emotional. When something happens to you and you feel an emotion coming up, that's really a message from your deep subconscious. Now, that message that's coming up is happening not only because of what's going on in the moment, but it's also coming up because of past experience. This phenomenon of trapped emotions is really universal. If you're having any kind of discomfort, that's a sign of emotional baggage. If you're having physical discomfort in some way, there's something that doesn't feel right in your body, 99 times out of 100, there will be some emotional baggage there. If you're feeling some kind of emotional or mental discomfort in some way, if your life isn't working like it should, if you keep picking the wrong kind of person as a mate over and over and you can't figure out why, if you tend to feel certain emotions that you don't really understand, you're not sure where they're coming from, if some things easily trigger you, okay, and you can become upset at the drop of a hat, or you find yourself crying for no reason, or if you are not able to keep enough money in your bank account, or if you just can't seem to find love and you're alone, those are all signs of emotional baggage.